Well, this story broke yesterday night, and obviously the Qatar bid incoming for Manchester United. It's not only a usual bid, it's a bid that is really throwing everyone out of bidding for this club. £8 billion being launched by the Qatar investment fund to come in at Manchester United. But it's not that the entire fund is going to take over, the entire consortium is going to take over Manchester United. There are individuals in that consortium that have really come in through and really said, we are taking over Manchester United. Huge story. And the moment I saw Avram Glazer, thrice in Qatar, in the World Cup, he was in Qatar. After that, he returned, and I think over the weekend there is a photo that really went viral when he was sitting with one of the elders of this Qatar hierarchy or monarchy. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, without further ado, allow me throw some dig into this story that broke yesterday night. And guess who broke the story? He's known as Mike Keegan. He's a sports news correspondent for Mail Sport. He told us that Qatari investors are planning an incredible mega money swap for Manchester United and want to give manager Erik ten Hag the financial backing to lead the club back to the top. So that was the tweet that really broke in the night, that sent me, as a person who really loves people from Qatar, to come in and take over, because we need a very huge investment. When you look at Manchester United, we've been run on date, and the Glazers have not been investing in money, and they've been using the money they get from Manchester United to really run the club. That's it. Now, just imagine if at all we get in a new owner who is willing to inject in money for the club. After injecting in money, he goes all out and gets in players that Ten Hag wants, and we go back to our glory days. I think we'll be really untouchable, and we're going to be winning very many trophies, because you're having a manager, Ten Hag, who is good at scouting. And look at, out of other players, has got out of the now 6-7 players has brought to the club of Manchester United, none of them has flopped. Malacia hitting the ground running, Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro, Eriksen, Anthony, Veghos, and Sabitzer. So it shows you that he has an eye for good players. Even if you go back to Ajax, all the players he signed went ahead to shine, even those that were never given a chance under his regime right now, like the likes of Mohamed Kudus. They are really doing well at the club of Ajax. So it shows you that if he is given money, obviously he's really going to be one of those that is going to get us back to the glory days, and I think no one doubts that. Then Mike Keegan went ahead to inform us about this bid coming in from Qatar. He told us that sources have disclosed a group of private, high-wealth individuals based in Qatar, buoyed by Qatar's hosting of the World Cup, have set their sights on Manchester United, who they view as football crown jewels. Now, to me, I really knew that Qatar had to make a very huge investment in world football after the World Cup. The World Cup gave them a lot of visibility, and everyone now knows about Qatar. Now, if they don't come out and put an investment in any of the big clubs in the world, that hype and their name in world football is going to die a natural death. So what did they have to do? They had to get themselves involved in world football, and that is club football, because it's a football event that takes place every weekend, every month, and yearly. So with the chance of United available, I expect them to come in through, because remember South Africa. Who still remembers that South Africa hosted the World Cup in 2010? No one. Who still remembers that Brazil hosted the World Cup in 2014? No one. But the good thing is that Brazil has something else to export. They export players. Every time you see football being played, there are Brazilian players that are really performing very well, and they are playing at high levels. Look at Manchester United. They are having Anthony, Freddy Rodriguez, plus Casemiro. Arsenal has Gabriel Magalhaes, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli. Chelsea are having Thiago Silva, the Brazilian. Look at Fulham, there is Willian, Andreas Pereira. Liverpool has Firmino. So for them, they're having an extra exposure coming in from the players. But for Qatar, they don't have that set of players, and they don't have players to export. The only thing they can export is oil and money. Now, their money is the one that is going to rescue them to really get back to where they're supposed to be. And I saw this coming, and I knew they were going to go ahead and really come in football. And Manchester United being up for sale is another golden opportunity for them not to lose. And investing money in the biggest club in the world, I think that is the way to go after hosting the World Cup that was really successful. They need their name to stay up there in the galaxy of the football world. So Qatar Investments are confident their bid will blow the competition out of the water. Obviously, it has to, because the only thing they can offer is money. You get? The only thing they can offer is money, and obviously it has to blow out of the water because it is what they have to use to really take over Manchester United. And this is music to ears to the Glazers, because this is what the Glazers want. The Glazers wanted a bidding war, and finally they've gotten it. And Qatar are trying to blow it out of the water. And we are being told by Mike Keegan of the Daily Mail that the bid for Manchester United would come from separate individual Qatar investors. There is no interest in taking a partial stake, with only a full-blown takeover being discussed. All right. Here, I'm beaming with joy. Do you know why? We ran a story last week that Avram Glazer and Joel Glazer, out of the other members of the Glazers family that are really owning Manchester United, because for them, the others in America are just getting dividends. But these ones, the two, Avram Glazer and Joel, are the one in the day-to-day running of the club. They had thought of really getting in an investor to come in and inject like £3 billion in the club. Then they share, or they sell some shares to him. Reason being, they had precedented that with how Ten Hag is really turning around everything at Manchester United and at Trafford, the club is going to be making in a lot of money. Why? If United is performing like this, you come and you're Adidas, your contract is expiring, United will call for £130 million or £50 million. That's it. Kit sponsorship every season. If you're a shirt sponsor appearing on the front of the shirt, United will call for close to 100 plus million pounds per season. These other partners, everything is going to heighten by Manchester United, because they've been giving us 70, 80 million pounds per season when we are performing badly. Now, if we are really back on song, that means we are supposed to be getting in lots of money, and that's what they thought that would help them really start Manchester United because of the performance of Erik ten Hag. But the good thing is that the Qatari investments are in here not for a partial stake. They want to take the entire club to be under their full control, and obviously that puts out the Glazers, and that's music to my ears, because we are fed up with the Glazers. We want them out, and we believe that it has come at the right time for them to find their way out of the club. Let them take the money, even if it's 8 billion, let them take it, but let's get in investors that can really do the needful and really invest in the club of Manchester United, because we need people who are really colored with money, not people who are here to really milk us dry. That is the Glazers, and that's their job they've been doing for the previous years. Then we've been told by Chris Wilder, he's a writer for the Daily Mail. Looks like the Daily Mail was given the exclusive that insiders on Qatari investment on Manchester United, their significant funds are variable. These people are serious. They want to make sure that United are where they should be, and they are confident theirs will be the strongest bid. So that is the Qatari investments coming in to take over United, and I think no one can really stand in their way. No one can stand in their way, because I've not seen anyone trying to think of a bid to make, like these guys are really thinking to make for Manchester United. Then Mike Keegan again went ahead to throw in a story about the takeover of Manchester United. He said the Emir of Qatar, head of its absolute monarchy, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, is a committed United fan who is well aware of the history of the club. So it's another reason to let these Qatar guys take it over, because very many people have been calling in for Sir Jim Ratcliffe because he's a United fan, he's a Manchester born and bred, lots of things, and downplaying other investors coming in from the Middle East. But the head of the monarchy that wants to take over Manchester United, known as Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad, is a committed United fan. That is him. And I think he's a ticket season holder, I think, because buying a season ticket for Manchester United by him is something cheap. Now, getting in a person to take over your club when he's your fan just calls for obsession. He just wants the club to succeed. He just wants it to succeed in any way. And that is what this is all about. And this is going to be welcomed hugely by Manchester United fans. I know there is a clique of people who don't want this Qatar bid to happen, but I believe you are misinformed, or you are standing on the wrong side of history. We want people who are really going to take us better. Let's get rid of people who are here to milk this club. We want people who are really willing to inject money that is going to put us to the levels of getting back to where we are, because we now have the manager who knows how a good structure of a football team is supposed to be. Now, he knows the right players to bring in. He's just lacking money to get him where he's supposed to be, because if Newcastle is investing like that, then you can't go out all and not call in for money to come in from these people, because it's going to help us and take us back to where we're supposed to be. Now, Mike Keegan told us that Qatari investors will make an offer for United in the coming days. The Qataris are keen for the process to reach a quick decision. So, a quick decision is needed and they want to take it over immediately. That's why I'm happy about this. We were told that mid this week, these bids are going to start coming in through. And obviously, they are already coming in through. I think Sir Jim Ratcliffe is really trying to launch one, but I believe this one of the Qatar investments might really threaten him and obviously not allow him to really put in his, because he won't be willing to stretch to where the Qatari investments have really gone ahead to put their money in. And obviously, it's really doing wonders for United. And again, a cost of £8 billion for Manchester United and a redeveloping Old Trafford, building a new state-of-the-art facility would not be a problem for Qatari group. You know, these are things that the fans will like to look at and enjoy. When you look at Old Trafford, it's really in shambles. It's looking old. It's not a modern stadium. United needs a better stadium. That's it. They need a better stadium. They need better facilities at Carrington. You get, I heard Yeselinga talking about that there are no games. After training, you just have to go back home. But other clubs like Manchester City really have up-to-end facilities. The technology is really improved. Ronaldo was complaining about it. So I believe that this is one of the things that the fans will really be rejoicing about. If they take it right now, I think it will take like 1 or 2 years to build a new stadium, because around Old Trafford, there are some other huge acres of land that they can really go ahead and really build a new stadium. Or will they choose to renovate the club, the Old Trafford Stadium, knock it down and really build a new one? That will be something else to discuss on for another day. But the good thing is that they are bringing in an £8 billion to purchase Manchester United. That's what they want. They want to really put that bid high up such that no one can match it. So that is Qatar for you, and they want to buy United £8 billion, and they want to do the needful and make a very, very huge investment. Now, let me show you the net worth of these people trying to take over Manchester United. You need to know it. When you Google about them, their Wikipedia, it shows you that the Al Thani family has $335 billion, headed by Emil Shakil Tamim bin Ahmad Al Taral. Qatar is known as one of the wealthiest serving dynasties in the world. This was recorded on 30th November 2022. So that is it. They are having $335 billion, and they are the right people to come on and take over Manchester United. I know most of you are having your reservations, but to me, I would love them in. I would love them in because we should compete at the highest level. And to compete at the highest level, you need owners like this to help you go through a turmoil like this. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through your reactions to Qatar 8 billion bid Manchester United takeover is concerned. Are welcome in the comment section below. Then don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do uploading on a daily. We know today is a match day. Today is a match day. It's a match day between Manchester United and Leeds at Old Trafford. But you know, Anthony is out. Anthony Martial is out. Ericsson is out. Casemiro is suspended. This is going to be his first game out of the 3 games supposed to be missing. Then who else? Scott McTominay is also out. Danny Van Beek is also out. So the injury list is really increasing at Manchester United. But the good thing is that we brought in Sabitzer, who can really play into that role that Casemiro would have played for the club. And alongside Freddie and Bruno Fernandes, we really expect them to come in through and we do the needful for the club of Manchester United. So guys, I love you. May the Lord bless you abundantly. We call it the first video of the day. More is yet to come about these Qatari investments because their bid is really going to outshake the world and all of those that are really willing to go on and really take over Manchester United. This is music to the ears of the Glazers. Me as a fan, I'm enjoying because whatever it takes, I want the Glazers out. And I know you guys are really wanting the Glazers out. Not so. I sign out for now. See you later and good morning, good afternoon. Bye-bye.